Good morning, everybody. Today, I talk about the subject name, Principles of Management, MG 8591, and fourth year and some semester, Unit 1, Introduction to Management Organization, Topic 3, Evolution of Management. First, management. Going for lesson before I have one problem. I tell about problem and I have questionnaire. You can justify your answer the questionnaire and questionnaires. Okay. So this is a problem statement. Nikita and Salman completed their MBA and started working in a multinational company at the same level. Both of them worked hard and were happy with their employer. The Salman had the habit of the backbiting and wrong reporting about his colleague to impress his boss. All the employees in the organization know about it at the time of performance appraisal. The performance of Nikita was just to the better than Salman. The better to the Salman. Even then, boss, the Muhammad Sharif, decided to the promote Salman, starting the being a female, and Nikita uh, who not able to handle the complication of higher post. So I have this is a problem statement, and I have give a questionnaire. Identify and explain the principles of management, which was not followed by this multinational company, and identify the value which are being ignored. Quoting the lines from the above paragraph. This is my problem statement of your side. So please justify your answer. Yes, this is the answer. The multinational company did not follow the principles of equity. It emphasizes kindliness and justice in the behavior of manager towards workers. No discrimination should be made by them on basis of caste, greed, gender, or otherwise. And the two values which are being ignored in the given cases. One is honesty, another one justice. Honesty, the wrong report about his colleague to impress his boss, and justice at the time of performance appraisal, the performance Nikita was just better than Salman. So even their boss, Muhammad Service, decided to promote Salman. This is the answer for above problem. So going to lesson, what is evolution? The evolution management. You will take last step. You have analyzes 20 years 20 years back 20 years back the management this methodology cannot implemented in your industry. You cannot improve your performance of a organization. You cannot improve performance of um, profit. So suppose now you can implement this concept management concept implement your organization, automatically improve the performance and as well as profit increase in your organization. So this is evolution management. The management is a discipline which has not evolved but out of magic box. Many peoples from the different background ranging from engineers to physiologists and from academician to practitioners have contributed to the field of management. So next one, the evolution of management thoughts. Starting, this is a classical approaches, this is a contemporary approaches. The 1890, this is starting from static systematic approaches, and 1090 900 and scientific management after Brookes, after followed by administrative management, and followed by human relations, and followed by 1940 to 1950. We have three categories. One is quantitative management, organizational behavior, and social technical systems. And 1960 to 1970, you can follow some philosophies are following and implemented in systematic system oriented theory in an organization. So that this is a system theory after current and future revolutions in the management sectors. Next one. This next one. What is management? The process of coordinating work activity so that they are completed efficiently and effectively with the through other people. Element of definition. Process represent ongoing functions or primary activity engaged in by managers. And coordinating distinguishes a managerial position from non-managerial, one element two of definition. And efficiency, getting the most output from the at least amount of input, doing thinking right, and conserve with means. And effectiveness, complete activity so that organization goals are attained, doing the right thing and conserve with ends. This is a management concept of industries. Next one, efficiency and effectiveness in the management. The resources usage can be work in lowest one. You can attain your goal. The resources can be increased. Your goal is higher. So this is a management concept can implemented in your industries. Next, the school of management thoughts. We have 4 schools and develop in follow some approaches in the school of management thoughts. So one is scientific management school, classical organization theory school, and behavioral school, and management science school. These schools are schools are developed and following some approaches and or discover some approaches and implemented in industry. The industry can performance can increase and profit attain your goals. So first one is system approaches, second one is contingency approaches, third one dynamic engagement approaches. This is a basic thinking of to develop your process in the methodology. So the management approaches formulated by Frederick W. Taylor and other between 1890s and 1930s. So we thoughts determine scientifically the best method performing tasks based on selecting, training, and motivating workers. This is a based one. You can attain your goal. And time motion study for identify Frederick W. Taylor is a best methodology in your management approaches. Next, the management scientific education and development of the workers, intimate and friendly cooperation between the management and laborers. The differential rate system based on your higher wages to more efficiency work of workers. Rather than profit, both sides should try to increase the production. By so doing, believe and profit would be rise such extended that labor and management would no longer and have to fight over them. In Taylor believed that the management laborers had to common interest in increasing and productivity. This is a management approaches. The Gilbert, Frank B. and Lillian M. Gilbert, both of the team can identify and motion study, fatigue and motion studies, and focus on promoting an individual workers' welfare. So the three contributes. One is fatigue and motion study, and individual workers' welfare, and rise workers for moral. These three contributions in management to increase your profit as well as performance increase from your system. This is a next one, the classical organization to identify the principles and skills underlying effective management. So scientific management was concerned with increasing the productivity in individual workers. This theory provide guidelines for managing the such complex organization. Next one. Next, this is administrative management. The Foyle principles of management began his career on as engineer. Is a mining company. Is later become a managing director of the company. He formulated and 40 principles of management. He has been rightly called father of modern management. We have 14 principles. This is Henry Foyle. Is born in 1841 and 1925. So first we can show in the 14 principles. One is division of work, authority and responsibility, discipline, unit of command, unit of direction, interest, remuneration, centralization, scalar chain, order, equity, and stability of tensions, initiative, and expedite D. Carr. Next. This is a division of work. Work should be divided into small tasks. Each task should be assigned to the specific employee. Authority and responsibility. Authority means right to give order. Responsibility, obligation to perform work in manner, desire and direct by authorities. Next, discipline is essential for the smooth running of our organization. It means respect for authority, unity of command. It states that employee should receive order from one superior only. Next, unity of direction. It states that activity which have common objective must be grouped together, must be ordered to one head. For example, is a head of the department. The head of the department work divided to subordinate. The subordinate complete the work and report to the head of the department. This is a unity of directions. So subordinate individual to interest. The business enterprise is superior to individuals. When individuals work in group, the group interest should be prevail over the each individuals in your system. This is a remuneration. Remuneration of work done must be fair and reasonable. Employees should be honest and sincere. The centralization. Next one, centralization. The concentrate of authority at one place or one level in the organization. Decentralized dispersal of authority to the lower level in the organization. This is a centralization process. Next one, scalar chain. It refers to the line of authority or chain of superior starting from to highest and moving towards the lowest rank. So you can identify those who are working in your industry, and can identify that easily one. Order. It means have place for everything and keep everything in right place. Order has two components: material order and social order. Material order, it means having place for all material and keeping them in the right place. And social order, it means right means in assigned for the right job. Next one, equity. Being just and loyal to concern and superior should be impartial while dealing with the subordinate. Stability tenure of people. The principle states that employee should not be removed from the position for frequent in your area. Initiative. Employee at all level should be allowed to take initiative the work related to matters. Suppose I am the manager, I have initiate that work and divide the work to my workers. The workers complete the work and collect the work and segregated, and send to top level management. If you accept, it is the initiate my process. This is a Esprit de Corps. Union is the strength, is the well accept principles. The contribute of team is far better than of individuals in your system.
In the early 19s, large organizations, such as production factories, had to be managed too. At the time, there were only few external management tools, models, and methods available. These 14 principles of management are statements that are based on a fundamental truth. These principles of management serve as a guideline for decision-making and management actions. They are drawn up by means of observations and analyses of events that managers encounter in practice. Henri Fayol was able to synthesize 14 principles of management after years of study. His Principles of Management and Research were published in the book, General and Industrial Management, 1916. Please subscribe us to discover more about human resources management and personal management. Alright, here are the 14 management principles. 1. Division of work. Work should be divided among individuals and groups to ensure that effort and attention are focused on special portions of the task. Fayol presented work specialization as the best way to use the human resources of the organization. 2. Authority. The concepts of authority and responsibility are closely related. Authority was defined by Fayol as the right to give orders and the power to exact obedience. Responsibility involves being accountable, and is therefore naturally associated with authority. Whoever assumes authority also assumes responsibility. 3. Discipline. A successful organization requires the common effort of workers. Penalties should be applied judiciously to encourage this common effort. 4. Unity of command. Workers should receive orders from only one manager. 5. Unity of direction. The entire organization should be moving towards a common objective in a common direction. 6. Subordination of individual interests to the general interests. The interests of one person should not take priority over the interests of the organization as a whole. 7. Remuneration. Many variables, such as cost of living, supply of qualified personnel, general business conditions, and success of the business, should be considered in determining a worker's rate of pay. 8. Centralization. Fayol defined centralization as lowering the importance of the subordinate role. Decentralization is increasing the importance. The degree to which centralization or decentralization should be adopted depends on the specific organization in which the manager is working. 9. Scalar chain. Managers in hierarchies are part of a chain-like authority scale. Each manager, from the first line supervisor to the president, possess certain amounts of authority. The president possesses the most authority, the first line supervisor the least. Lower level managers should always keep upper level managers informed of their work activities. The existence of a scalar chain and adherence to it are necessary if the organization is to be successful. 10. Order. For the sake of efficiency and coordination, all materials and people related to a specific kind of work should be treated as equally as possible. 11. Equity. All employees should be treated as equally as possible. 12. Stability of tenure of personnel. Retaining productive employees should always be a high priority of management. Recruitment and selection costs, as well as increased product reject rates, are usually associated with hiring new worker. 13. Initiative. Management should take steps to encourage worker initiative, which is defined as new or additional work activity undertaken through self-direction. 14. Esprit de corps. Management should encourage harmony and general good feelings among employees. Hope you enjoy the basic explanation about 14 principles of management of Mr. Henri Fayol. Check out our other videos to learn more about HRM concepts and more topics on HRM and also personal management. As always,
Okay, next one, let us continue that one. So next, going to next one. So activity. So next one, list out the Henry Fayol 14 principles of management. Next, assessment. List. This is my references, and thank you.